Halo Infinite's microtransactions and progression are changing, but how and when? 343 Industries is planning some additional changes to Halo Infinite's in-game shop. In a blog post, the studio said it had received lots of feedback around the pricing of Halo Infinite's microtransaction offerings and what's available to buy in general. In response to this, 343 has already begun to sell some items from bundles individually, and it also attempted to standardize pricing with the overall goal of lowering prices across the board. Looking ahead, 343 said it agrees with the feedback that players want even more purchasing options, along with a higher rate of rotation when it comes to what's available. Not only that, but 343 teased that it might look into adding a second page of microtransaction items for sale. Halo Infinite's in-game store sells all manner of items on a rotating basis, including cat ears. Being a free-to-play game, the title makes money from microtransactions, so it makes sense to hear that 343 wants to further refine and expand the experience. But microtransactions aren't the only thing 343 wants to refine going forward. For example, 343 said it understands players want a career progression system separate from the Battle Pass, and this is in the design phase now. However, it might not be released anytime soon, as 343 said, quote, "We want to nail it out the gate, and that's going to take some time." Additionally, 343 said it has heard the feedback that players want per match XP. The lack of this feature is something that pushed me away from the game beyond its initial first couple weeks of hype. I know they changed things so that there's a challenge associated with playing matches, so you play one and you get a certain amount, and then the next match it lowers, and then the next match it lowers. But even with that system, I didn't really feel like I was progressing. Thankfully, the per match XP feature is coming and is expected to launch sometime this year. And in general, 343 acknowledged that players want the Halo Infinite Battle Pass to feel as if it's offering a greater value to players. To that end, the Season 2 Lone Wolves Battle Pass will include credits to unlock, up to 1,000 credits in a single Battle Pass. Also in the blog post, 343 addressed the feedback that the Halo Infinite double XP boosts run on time, and this might not be ideal. Already, 343 increased the time for these boosts from 15 minutes to 30, and then 30 to an hour. The studio said, quote, "Long term, however, we do agree with moving away from time-based XP boosts, especially with per match XP coming in a future update. We'll have more to share on both of these at a later date." As for Halo Infinite's live events, 343 said it has heard the feedback that players would like to see more modes from several events persist in the game after the events wrap up. 343 said it intentionally removed these modes when an event wrapped up to try to spice up the events and convince players to jump in. But going forward, 343 said, quote, "We will be doing a better job of making an event content available in the normal matchmaking rotation beginning in Season 2. This is just a very small sampling of all the information in the Season 1 feedback report, so be sure to read the full 343 blog post to catch up on all the details. Season 2 Lone Wolves just got a new trailer and begins on May 3rd. It adds new maps and modes, including the Battle Royale style Last Spartan Standing. And in other news, the TV series is airing and has already revealed Master Chief's face and his butt. So now the public has seen both sets of cheeks, and I would like to officially rename him Master Cheeks.
This guy stinks!
Leave your ratings for the Halo TV show and for that joke in the comments below. Have a great weekend.